Hello, welcome to 20 Minutes or Less. I'm Joe Beretta.
I'm Elliot Morgan. We're loud and proud.
I'm glad to be plaid. Alzheimer's and dementia suck. There's nothing more heartbreaking than watching someone who raised you or someone who's been closely connected to you for a significant part of your life slowly forget your face. It's a painful disease because it doesn't just dissolve a lifetime of memories in the person who is suffering. It also builds barriers between loved ones who become frustrated and crushed because they can't communicate and connect with someone they clearly remember and know. This is where a new therapy called time slips comes into play.
In a time slips session, patients are shown a picture and then they're encouraged to make up a story about the image. The whole thing is about imagining a story as opposed to recalling memories. For those experiencing memory loss, communication can be difficult and frustrating, sometimes impossible, and storytelling can create an environment where human connection is once again a reality.
The time slips technique can provide a reprieve from the pain because it creates a form of communication in which both parties can actively participate and find enjoyment. The premise of this therapy is to step away from forcing a patient to try and remember moments from the past. Instead, the patient is encouraged to create new stories in the moment. Instead of remembering, they are creating.
And the best part about this is that you don't need to be trained in the art of making up a story. Anybody can do it, and they can do it from anywhere, like right in the comfort of their own home. Let's say, for example, you show an Alzheimer's patient a picture of a smiling girl playing on a tire swing and it's connected to a massive oak tree. You would then ask the patient to describe the scene, and he or she might say something like, "It's the weekend and she's enjoying a fun day in the sun with her family. She has 2 brothers and a dog that are down by the creek." Family members would then encourage further storytelling, a further fleshing out of the details, and even participate in the activity themselves.
Humans are natural storytellers, and a memory is really just a story. When we can't recall those stories, we lose the ability to communicate. Time slips encourages communication through the creation of new stories. For people with dementia and Alzheimer's, this can be a very therapeutic, stress-free exercise, and for family members and friends of these patients, it provides them with an opportunity to communicate with their loved ones once again.
Ann Basting, the founder of the Time Slips program, had this to say: "People with dementia start to forget their social role. They might not remember they're a spouse, a parent. They need a social role through which they can express who they are, and the role of storyteller really supplies that."
She goes on to explain that the biggest hurdle she's found when it comes to time slips is skeptical family members. Some people view the activity as childish, but once they overcome their own reservations and participate, the results speak for themselves. One man broke down into tears and thanked her because for 3 years he attempted to connect to his wife by bringing up shared memories. All it did was frustrate her and make the situation worse. After he utilized time slips, they focused on creating characters and plots together, and he was able to communicate with his wife once again, and that is an amazing thing.
Absolutely. So this isn't a cure, and we're far away from finding one, but this is an option. And personally, I'm on board with anything that brings families closer together and also subsequently brings more stories into the world.
So do you know anyone that's suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia? And if so, what methods allowed you and your family to break through and make a connection? Please share your stories down below.
And click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and you can always feel free to click this here annotation bar or go to SourceFed.com to see our 5 daily stories or anything else we've ever done, which is a lot of stuff. My name is Elliot Morgan.
And I'm Joe Beretta. See you at the next story.